How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. I want to talk to you today about a stock that you may be sleeping on. It's a really interesting company that I think you should definitely take a look at. So, I did a video on it just yesterday, but it didn't get too many views, and you might not have seen it. So, I want to hit on it because the stock's up 10% today after being up a lot the last few days. On the last 5 days, they are up about 35%. Now, I'm up 40% on the company myself, and I think this still has room to run. I think it still can go up a good amount because it's trading at a pretty good valuation for where it is now, and it's growing like crazy. So if you guys like this, please leave a thumbs up. I appreciate it. I'll keep this short here because I get a lot of people saying that I take too long here, but please hit subscribe down there too. We are on the road to 55,000 subscribers. Hopefully we can get there in the next couple days. I think we can do it. Also, if you want to see exactly when I buy and sell stocks, like I said, we're up 40% in this one. You can check out the link down below to Patreon. We're up 40% just in a few weeks. And if you want 4 free stocks through WeBull, you can sign up down below. Just deposit $100. I really appreciate that. And you can get really expensive shares up to Google shares, which are $1,800 a share. So the company that we're talking about today is FUBO TV. I've talked about this one before, so before you jump off, you will probably want to know why it's up 10% today. It's been up a lot every single day over the last 3 days, so I should have been adding to my position, but it's always easy to say that. You can see here that it went up about 12% one day, then the next day it went up another 20%, and then it's gone up about 10% today. So this thing is on a tear, and it's still at a pretty good valuation. So honestly, I think this one's still a buy long term. Of course, do your own research. I'm not trying to tell you what to do because I can't do that. Motley Fool says that it was one of the stocks that still had room to grow, and it's already doubled. The thing that caused this to go up so much recently is the fact that, and I don't subscribe to this service, so I can't show you exactly what it is, but Motley Fool issued some like double down, break your rules alert to buy this stock or something like that. So one of my Patreon members told me about it. I don't subscribe to the Motley Fool, and that way I don't pay them to give me stock advice or stock picks or anything like that. But they essentially said, okay, go buy this right now. Now, that was right after they also got an upgrade from Wedbush to $40 per share. Now, this seems to happen a lot in the stock market where a stock like this, some tech stock, gets an upgrade and then a few days later it hits whatever that target price is. Now, the reason that they gave for this is that there's going to be a growth in cord cutting as time goes on. More and more people are cutting out cable, cord shaving, and more demographic cord nevers. So I totally agree with that. I know a lot of people that wouldn't pay $100 a month for cable. And they say, too, that the Fool issued this reason to buy because FUBO TV is quickly growing its audience in a TV environment where live content is rapidly shifting from traditional linear television towards live streaming. Now, this company really focuses on sports. That's really what they try to do. They also say that they've boosted their year-end guidance twice in the past couple of months. And the Fool notes it's proving to be addictive. Subscribers are streaming an average of 121 hours per month. That is a lot. I mean, think about how many days are in the month. They're watching 4 hours a day. I mean, I personally don't do that. I would assume that they're probably getting home at 5:30 and watching till 9:30, maybe just keeping the TV on in the background. But that seems like a lot, even just because it is the average, right? So some people would do that, but some people are doing more than that. Some people are doing less. Either way, though, that's pretty significant. They also show that the valuation is pretty cheap, just about 7x forward sales. Now, I want to break that down here for a second because their average estimate for this year is about $245 million. Their average estimate for next year is about $440 million. Now, they're trading at about $2.6 billion now. That puts them at a forward price to sales ratio around a 5 or a 6 based on analyst estimates. I think they can beat this. I think they can beat it this year too, their average estimate. also, I think that they're going to blow past $40 a share. When you look at it compared to something like Netflix, Netflix is about a 10 price to sales ratio. This company is right around a 10 also for this year, but they're planning on pretty much going up 80% in revenue next year. And this doesn't account for the sports betting platform that they just bought recently. So they bought a company that will allow them to hopefully integrate sports betting into their streaming platform. And I've been saying this since the first video. I think this is genius. I think this makes so much sense that you're just watching your game and then you go throw $20 on the game or $10 or something, and you can just stay on the app to do that. I think that makes a lot of sense, and you can probably get that dopamine hit then too when you see like the odds go up and down or something, or you feel like you know something about the players or the game or something that maybe isn't factored in. So I think a lot of people that are hardcore fans of this will enjoy that sports betting. And I also think as more and more states open up, that's just going to be a bigger and bigger revenue driver for them. I mean, the house always wins. So I'm assuming it's a little bit less so in sports as opposed to some other types of gambling, right? Where there's a slot machine and it pays out, 5% of the time, and they can break it down and really control it. Sports are a little bit different in that anything can happen, but again, big enough volume, the house always wins. So I really like this company. I have not added more shares since I bought it originally, which obviously it's easy to look back on and say I should have, but I've been buying some other companies too. So I do like this company a lot. I might be adding more shares. You can see it's actually dipping a little bit, so that's actually pretty attractive to me, that it's fallen back down a little bit. I think this one is a long-term hold. Again, they just bought that sports betting company. That will take a while to be able to integrate. They need to still scale up, but let's say they go up 80% revenue this year and then 80% the year after. That would put us over $1 billion worth of revenue, and I've got to think it's going to keep on trading at a pretty high price to sales ratio. If it stays around where Netflix is, and if it grows a little bit more, I think it will actually trade higher because it is growing so quickly. I think some people aren't buying it now just because they feel like it is more speculative. But if it continues to grow at, 80% for the next year or two, and if we get over $1 billion worth of revenue, I think this is an easy 5xer. When you consider if it brings in $1 billion worth of revenue, let's say it goes to a 12 to 13 price to sales ratio, because again, I think it will trade higher than Netflix. That would put them at 5x from where they are now. It would send them up to a $185 company or so. This is not even accounting for their extra revenue from sports betting or anything like that. So I think this offers a lot of value, a lot of growth, and I don't think enough people are watching it. I don't think enough people are seeing it. I don't think enough people care about it when I post about it. So I think this is one to keep on your radar. Again, I can't give financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor by any means, but I plan on adding more to this position as time goes on. I think this is a good one to hold on to. So thank you guys so much for watching this. Again, if you want to check out the Patreon, know exactly what I'm buying and selling, or if you want to sign up for WeBull, or maybe you want to sign up for M1 Finance, there's a link down there too for that. I will be posting a video about a new affiliate soon. They can give you 8.6% APY on your interest account. So I'll explain that, but I started to move some money over there. There's a link to that too down below if you want to get in on that. It's called BlockFi. There's a link down in the description, but I'll explain it more in a future video to give you some of the benefits. And if you want to see the video that I posted on ARK Invest and something that they're doing that's very interesting, that's helping them beat the market, you can definitely check out this video on the end screen.